day 3 of Enfest Under the Sea. We have got loads of good things in store today.
Before we get started, it would be a good idea now to ask your grown-up if they could blow up the balloons that are in your box so that you're nice and ready for the game later.
Remember to help us out by keeping an eye out for those pesky pirates. Who knows when they're going to turn up? But now it's time to get moving, get up on your feet and dance away with Disco Dave.
Let's go!
Come on!
Someone reached in and grabbed it. What a raw lobster! Everybody had matching towels. Somebody went under a dock, and there they saw a rock. It wasn't a rock. It was a rock lobster. Rock lobster. Rock lobster.
So today we are going to see how God can go beyond what we imagine, how He is bigger than our biggest dreams, and we're going to hear about Jesus walking on water. Isn't that amazing? We've got Professor Kev. I wonder what Kev's got in store for us today. We're going to make a crab for our craft. Wow, I'm looking forward to that part. And see if you can keep things up in the air with our game.
Hello everyone! So today I'm joined with my brother Matthew, and together we are going to show you the actions and the memory verse again. So if you remember them from yesterday, can you see if you can do them with us at the same time? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ready. We have
This
this
hope
hope
as an anchor
with an anchor
for the soul,
for soul
firm
from
and secure.
the glow.
Hebrews 6
6
verse
plus
19.
19.
Hello everyone, so as you can see behind me, I have got the memory verse. So what we're going to do today is I am going to turn some of the words around, and then I want you guys to shout out the missing words and see if you can get it right. Okay, so I have just turned some of the words around, so I will move out the way and we will see if you guys can fill in the blanks. So we've got, we have this blank as in blank for the blank firm and blank Hebrews 6 verse 19. So I'm going to ask Maisie to come in and tell me the missing words, and then you guys can see if you got it right. Right, go on then Maisie, let's see what you've got. So we have this hope. Hope is correct. As an anchor. Correct. for the sole.
Yep.
Firm and secure.
Lovely.
So if you got that right, give yourself a little pat on the back. Okay, so bye everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Today we are going to show you how to make a crab puppet. Wow! Okay, so for this craft you will need
Your crab template,
which is in your box,
a black pen, a glue stick, a lolly stick, and if you want to make your own eyes, a white piece of paper cut into a circle.
So Lisa's going to help me show you how to make this crab puppet. So first of all, what you need is you need to cut out all your parts of your template. Just grab the bit that looks like this. It's a big circle with a little bit sticking out. And what you do first of all is fold along the bit that's sticking out. So Lisa's going to do that for us.
Okay?
Okay, make sure you do a really tight crease because that's going to make his face pop up. Perfect.
There you go.
Then what we're going to do is we're going to fold this back bit, and Lisa's going to do what's called a soft fold, which means you just press down a tiny bit. And it means that you can see where it will fold in half when we're
There
finished.
you go.
So it'll look like this, which is really helpful because then you know where to put your legs. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to make our pincers, because at the front of crabs they have very sharp claws, so we need to make some. So you need to get a bit that looks like this and a bit that looks like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue our pincer onto our arm. So I'm handing that over to Lisa now. She's going to glue that together and it will look like this. And then what we need to do is we need to get our base that we just had, and our pincers need to go glued in right at the front so that they're right at the front of the puppet. So here's Lisa's pincer and she's going to glue both of those on either side right at the front. And while she's doing that, I'm going to explain how we make the legs, because our legs are all nice. If you look at my puppet here, he's got nice springy legs, which means that when he crawls along he looks really, really fun. Yeah. So the way that we do that is we fold our long strip of paper in little folds so it makes a spring. So what you do is you fold it upwards to the sky, then you turn it over and fold it up again. So I'm going to show you close. So what you do is you fold it, turn it over, fold it, then you're going to turn it over again and fold it, and you keep doing that all the way along, keep going back and forth on yourself until it's a bit like when you make a fan. It's just like that, and then you make a wonderful springy leg.
And I have done the pincers on,
There we
and
go.
it should look like this once you've put the pincers.
Perfect. And now what Lisa's going to do is she's going to glue 4. I've already got my other legs already done. She's going to put 4 legs on one side and then 4 legs on the other while I explain how to make the eyes. So she's doing that just now. So what we now need to do is we need to get our other bits that look like this, the same that match the ones with the pincers. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue this one on top and we're going to make the eye.
I think the eyes are the really fun part because you can put an expression on the eyes.
Yeah, Lisa's very good at drawing eyes. And when you've glued it all together, it will look like that. Thank you, Lisa. And then we're going to put this on here. Okay, right, brilliant. I've now got 2 eyes. Now, if you've got, I think in your box you might have googly eyes, so you may choose to put your googlies on. But at this point, this is when we're going to draw our eyes onto our crab. I'm afraid, Lisa, I'm going to have to draw the eyes, so they won't look as good as if you did them. But to save time, we've got to draw them on. So here now are 2 crab eyes. One last one to go.
And then we can put it on.
Right, and then I'm going to glue the eyes on. In a minute, we're going to lift it up and show you what it'll all look like. Okay?
So it will look like this.
Yeah. So you've got your 4 legs on both sides, your pincers at the front, and then you finally stick your 2 eyes that are on like your lollipops on there. Then what we do is we fold this whole back half. Oh, there goes a leg. We fold the whole back half over to make to the front of our crab. So the very last thing you do is you stick your lollipop stick at the back. And then once he's all dry, he will then look like his Krabby Fountain.
Did you hear what happened in the restaurant last night?
Sorry, what?
Did you hear what happened in the restaurant last night?
No, what happened?
There was a fight. There was a fight. 2 fish got battered. 2 fish got battered. Oh, come on, it's a joke.
Oh, I thought you meant really.
What about this one? Listen. Why are crabs not good at sharing?
I don't know. Why are crabs not good at sharing?
Because they're a little shellfish. It's a shellfish.
But that's not funny. It is selfish not to share. You just developed a list.
Have you developed a sense of humour bypass or something? Right, alright, try this one. Right, here we go. How about this one? Yeah, that's right, yeah. Why do sea fish only swim in salt water?
I don't know.
Because pepper would make them sneeze!
Well, it would, wouldn't it? Pepper makes me sneeze.
Oh, I've had enough of you. What? You going to come with me diving today or not?
No. Well, someone's got to stay here and look out for pirates.
Pirates? What, here? Really? Why do you keep going on about pirates?
I'm sure I've heard there are pirates about.
There's no pirates. Why would they bother with us? We're in this little old boat here and we've got nothing of any value. It's just an excuse, that's all.
No, it isn't. Anyway, if you're going to go diving, make sure you stay close to the boat. Oh, and make sure you always roll backwards out of the boat.
I always roll backwards out of the boat. Why?
Because if you roll forwards, you'd still be in the boat.
Oh.
See, roll forwards, still be in the boat.
Yeah, that's brilliant, that one is. I'll write that one down then, shall I? I'll remember to use that one another time. Anyway. Well, I'll see you again later on.
Under the sea, darling Inspector. Come on, girls, I'm hungry.
Where are we going, Mum? This isn't what we usually eat.
There's a lobster pot I know that usually has crabs in it. I fancy crab for dinner.
But aren't lobster pots dangerous?
Only if you get in them.
What do you mean?
When I was a young lobster, I smelled the lovely salted herring inside a lobster pot and I climbed in to get some. There were other lobsters in there and they shouted at me to get out because it was a trap. They showed me the escape hatch and I wriggled out just in time. Good job too, because no sooner was I out of that pot than it was hauled out of the ocean and I never saw those lobsters again.
Why didn't they get out too?
They were too big. I was only a little lobster back then, but they were trapped by their size.
That's really sad.
Yes, but it was a good lesson to learn. Now then, you won't have to learn it because you've got me. Aha! There's the lobster pot.
But don't we risk getting trapped in it as we try to get the crabs trying to get in?
No, we're going to grab them before they get in there. Got them. There. That's dinner sorted. Now, where's your sister?
She was moaning after hurting to walk. Here she comes. Ow! Ooh! Ow! It's hurting!
What's hurting?
Everything. It's like my shell is too tiny and it's squeezing me all over. I know what's wrong with you. No, you don't, Claus. You're not me, so you can't feel what I'm feeling.
Your shell is too big, too small. You need to take it off.
What?
You need to take your shell off.
But I'll be naked.
No, you won't. You've got another shell underneath.
How can I have a big shell underneath a small shell?
It's soft, so it squishes.
But I won't be taking it and squishy.
It'll get harder when it's on the outside, and I'm here to protect you until it does. Come on, let's get it off.
But I'm
let's see what we can do here. Wriggle a bit, wriggle a bit, wriggle a bit. It's coming up. There we go, there we go.
Wow, I've got a new shirt. Oh, that feels great. What shall I do with your shell? I've got an empty idea.
Oh!
Well, you don't want to litter the ocean floor, and then you shouldn't overfish us.
You really are a claw of the old crustacean. Right, all this has made me very hungry. Come on, let's go and have some crab.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Hey, look what I found.
What is it?
It's a lobster in a pot. We can have it for tea.
Ooh, I'm not sure I fancy that. Be careful, they've got very strong claws.
That's alright, it's just a shell. Just a shell. I wonder on earth it got out of a shell and out of a pot.
Perhaps it had claustrophobia.
What?
Claustrophobia.
Oh, that's very funny. Yeah. Actually, got quite quick for you, especially with a brain of your age.
That's not funny.
Yes, it is. It's hysterical. You wrote it, though. So.
Oh, shut up.
Hello! So now it's time for a game. And today's game is all about floating. In your box, you'll find some balloons. And if you haven't blown them up already, you might want to just pause the video and ask an adult to help you blow them. So, once your balloons are inflated, your challenge is to keep 3 of them off the ground for a minute by batting them up into the air. If you're a bit younger, you might want to try 2, or if you're feeling very confident, you could even try 4. You can try this now or have a go later. Good luck! Welcome back. Hopefully you did better than me. So, what can we learn from that game? Well, the balloons tried to float, but they kept falling to the ground. And if I was to try and walk on water, I think I'd sink too. But in the Bible story we're about to hear, Jesus walked on water. He didn't sink. And that's amazing. So, we can remember the balloons floating, and we can remember that Jesus can do more than we can imagine.
Have you ever thought about what it would be like to have a superpower? What would you want to be? Would you like to be able to fly? Be invisible? Do something that you thought was impossible? I'd love to be able to time travel, to go back in time and experience life through different periods in history, and meet people who lived in those times and see for myself some of the things that they said and they did. The superheroes we read about in books or that we watch in films are never real. They've all been made up from the imagination of the storytellers. It's great to pretend that we could have the same adventures as them though, but sadly that's as far as any of us will ever get. The messages from the Bible that we're learning about this week are really different from what we read about or watch on TV. Do you know what makes them different? Everything that we read in the Bible, including the accounts about Jesus and his friends, really happened. They're about real people who had real experiences and adventures. I would love to be able to travel in time to know what it was like to be there with Jesus in person. But I know that these descriptions were written by people who were there at the time, which makes them so special.
Oh no! It's the pirates! Yuck!
Yes.
Today we're looking at an account that was told by Matthew, in the book of Matthew in the Bible. Jesus' friends had gone out in a boat. Jesus had stayed behind on the land to pray. While they were out on the water, a storm blew up. The wind was really strong, the rain was lashing down. It was much like this evening. Jesus' friends got really scared. They did not know what to do. They thought they were all going to drown. Suddenly, in the distance, they saw Jesus. They didn't know it was Jesus, and they were scared. They thought that they were seeing a ghost. And how do you think they saw Jesus? Do you think he was in a boat going towards them? Well, he wasn't. Do you think he was swimming towards them? No, he wasn't doing that either. Jesus was walking on the water. Jesus' friends were absolutely amazed. They could not believe what they were seeing. As soon as Jesus got into the boat, the storm completely died down. Jesus told his friends that they didn't ever need to be afraid because he would look after them. It's really hard to imagine what it must have been like for Jesus' friends on that night when they were so scared and realised that then Jesus was going to help them. Jesus often asked his friends and people he met to trust him. And Jesus still wants that for us today. We might not be able to see him exactly like his friends did on that night, but Jesus is still with us, and everything we do, he can be with us, guiding us and helping us. Jesus wants us to get to know him better, and he promises that he will show us miraculous things. Jesus promises that he will always be with us, and we don't need to ever be afraid about anything that we might go through in life. I'm just going to pray now. I'd love you to pray with me. Jesus, thank you for showing us through Bible stories that you did miraculous things that were amazing to the people that saw them. Thank you for showing your power to your friends, which they then wrote down in real life stories so that we can learn about you today. Help us to trust in you and know that we don't ever need to be afraid because you are with us always and you still use your power to do things beyond what we can imagine. Amen.
It's Wednesday. Middle of the week. We got. Are you ready? Let's do this then.
You what's up? It's time for a rap. We've got bars with Doris, man. No cap.
Day 3.
And it's quite a story. Jesus walks on water and shows his glory.
It was late at night, disciples on a lake waiting in the boat, and the boat began to shake.
Waiting for Jesus, nowhere to be found. Then a figure on the water somehow would not drown.
It began to walk closer, floating on the wave. Somebody help us, we need to be saved.
But do not fear, it was Jesus who was scared. Do not be afraid, I've come to your aid.
They let him on the boat and began to simmer down. The miracle they had seen was the talk of the town.
Whatever we need, we can send up a prayer, cause God can do anything, he's always there.
You can listen to us all 24 hours of the day, like a drive-through Macca's, but you don't have to pay.
So don't be afraid when you're struggling in life, cause God will be there to help you in your strife.
Thanks for listening, come back for more. We've got 2 left, it's a madness in store.
We really hope you're enjoying the songs so far this week.
Don't forget, you can always go back and watch them again if you'd like to learn the actions and the words off by heart.
Okay, it's time for us to get ready to worship today. Let's get up, stand up on our feet, sing as loud as we can, try and do the actions as well as you can. It doesn't matter if they're not perfect. Let's just go for it together.
Makes the sun shine. He's the one who puts the moon in the sky. He's the one who hung the stars one by one. He's the one who makes the birds sing. He's the one who makes your dreams so high. He's the one who makes me smile day by day. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Spider-Man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Superman. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Batman. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than anyone. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Mario. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Barbie. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Action Man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than anyone. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. My failures won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence you won't let go. In the questions your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness. I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, my are the peace in my troubles see. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust and promise you will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storm. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, I will trust and promise you will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore.
Hiya, kids! Would you like to see something clever? Ah, good. Well, I've got a Coke can here, and I've drunk 2/3, and I've got about a third left in there. And if you balance it on this bottom edge, you can make it stay there. Amazing, clever. Now, I've got 3 oranges here, one completely normal, all the pill on, one half the pill on, and one without any pill on whatsoever. And we're going to see if they float or sink. Here we go. Full pill. Half pill. And one no pill whatsoever. So we can see the orange with its always pill on floats the best. Now I know in today's Bible story we learned how Jesus walked on water. Now the orange pill enables the orange to float. Yes. Then consider the orange experiment. The orange without any pill on could represent us. But the orange with its pill on could represent us with the Holy Spirit in our lives. And just as the pill enables the orange to float, the Holy Spirit in our lives enables God to do amazing things in our lives and through us. Yes. Do you know, orange pill is used for so many different things I didn't even know. And I didn't even know I could do that with the Coke can. Do you know, God can do more than we can imagine in us and through us through the working of the Holy Spirit in our lives. Say it, no! It's the Bible! Sing it, kid!
Yes.
Your challenge today is skipping. Can you skip forwards?
Yep.
Wow! Can you skip backwards?
A little bit.
That's great skipping. Can you skip on one leg? Come on, have another go. That's fantastic skipping. Well done. Can you skip with your legs crossed? It's not so easy, is it? Can you think of any other ways of skipping?
Wait, no. I got a long route. You can skip sideways.
Okay.
Or that's the gallop skipping.
Brilliant. Eyes closed?
I'll try.
Fantastic. 1, 2, 3.
They skip and jump through them. They might break and they might fall, but the gals from New York City don't. They just start again.
So your challenge today, guys, is to skip for 2 minutes. Oh no! The pirate is coming! Yes.
Well, we've almost come to the end of today's episode, but before we go, let's have a quick recap of what we've learnt today with our Enfest Under the Sea song.
And remember, you can always try and join in with the chorus. We'll be singing the same one every day.
People are crowding Jesus, so he gets into a boat. He's telling a simple story, and everyone should take note. Just look where the seeds are growing, are they falling on good ground? Look out for the weeds and thorn bush, cause they're growing all around. Just as the day is dawning, Jesus stands upon the shore. The fishermen's catch is tiny, they're wishing they had caught more. So Jesus says, cast your nets out, they do it reluctantly. Then all of a sudden, guess what? The nets are full instantly. The evening is fast approaching, disciples are on the lake. The wind and the waves are causing their small boat to start to shake. Then all of a sudden they see Jesus walking on the sea. They're filled with such fear and trembling. Jesus tells them, trust in me. Under the sea, under the sea. Let's get ourselves moving to see what he's doing. Under the sea, up on the shore it feels remote, and Jesus is teaching from a boat. Life's more appealing, it gives it more meaning. Trust Jesus and see.
Hi everyone, I'm just sat here thinking and writing about my dreams for my life and what I'd like to do. I like to sit and talk to God and pray and listen while writing or drawing what I'm thinking about. Why don't you have a go at writing down or drawing some of your dreams you have for your life and pray and talk to God and give those dreams to Him. Remember, He can do so much more than we can imagine. It is great to look back on these things and see what we have written down and see what God has done in our life and keep trusting and having faith that one day He will make all our dreams a reality.
Well, I'm afraid that's all we've got time for in today's episode. I hope you've had loads and loads of fun. Please remember to do your treasure hunt and take it down to the craft shop in Midsummer and pop it in the treasure chest there. We'd love you to be taking part in that.
And if you tried anything from today's episode, why not take a photo and ask your parent or carer to tag us on Facebook at Welton Baptist Church. See you tomorrow.
Bye.